started the recording. So bring yourself into a comfortable seated position. There's no need to be sitting cross-legged. You can sit on the couch or a chair. If you're feeling in your body, you're feeling stiff and cold, maybe moving into a more supported seated posture. So propping up your sit bones on some cushions or a bolster, placing some padding beneath your knees. It can be sometimes difficult to start a practice seated. So if this just isn't working for you, feel free to come to laying down and spend the first few moments checking in with your inner landscape, how things are feeling on a physical level, where your mind might venture towards within your body. Notice if you're drawn more towards areas that are feeling tense and tight, parts of your body that are feeling spacious and open, whether your mind becomes stuck on one sensation or another, such as feelings of coldness, tiredness. Simply becoming aware of how your mind is in relation to your body. And notice any leftover residue from your day, any memories, emotions relating to things that have happened. And welcome everything you find with a sense of openness and kindness. Our focus for this evening's practice is Mayatri, which is a Sanskrit word for kindness and friendliness. So I invite you tonight to bring this sense of kindness towards yourself by taking up as many or as little of my offerings as suit you. Noticing now your breath as it is in this moment, whether it feels short and stuck in one particular area, or whether it's flowing smoothly, moving around freely. Bringing your attention to your heart space now, the seed of self-compassion and kindness. You may like to bring a hand here to get a felt sense of this space, right in the center of your chest. Each time you inhale, watch as your heart center expands, making space for self-love and self-kindness to enter. And each time you exhale, imagine removing things that are no longer serving you. This could be a sense of judgment, unkind thoughts towards yourself, feelings of disappointment, expectations that we may have. Allowing the inhale to expand your heart center and the exhale to soften your body down into your seated position. And continuing to flow calmly and smoothly, your natural breath, not changing it in any way. Simply visualizing your heart space filling with love each time you inhale. And then bringing your hands to rest after your next breath out, wherever feels comfortable. Checking in with your body that you're still feeling okay in this seated position. And with your eyes closed, I'll invite you into a meditation based on the chakras, the energy centers running up and down the length of your spine. So to start, take your awareness to the base chakra called Muladhara chakra. This is the energy center found at your pelvic floor or the perineum. And the color is red. For those who visualize color, you may like to think about a red energy wheel sitting at the base of your spine. I'll also invite you to chant the sound that's associated with this chakra, which is Lam, Lam. So you can either chant out loud or inside your own head. We'll breathe in together. And then as you breathe out, Lam. Keeping your awareness on Muladhara chakra, the root chakra. Taking a few breaths, continuing to visualize that space within your body and the red color that's associated with it. And then we'll move our attention up to the next chakra, the sacral chakra. This is the chakra that sits just beneath your navel, between the base chakra and the navel. The color is orange. This is called Swadhisthana chakra. And the sound associated with this field is VUM, VUM. So taking a breath in, VUM. Sitting in the resonance of the sound, visualizing an orange field of energy above your base chakra and below your navel. And then moving your awareness to the space between your belly button and the lower ribs, the solar plexus chakra, known as Manipura chakra. The color associated with this field is yellow, and the sound is rum, rum. Yellow between the belly button and the lower floating rib. Rum. Taking a breath in together. Rum. Sitting with the residue of the resonance of the sound. Visualizing color yellow surrounding this energy field. Moving your awareness now to your heart center, Anahata chakra. The color associated with the heart chakra is green, and the sound is yum, yum. Breathing in together. Yum. Field of green energy surrounding your heart center. Taking your awareness up to the base of your throat, Vishuddhi chakra. The color is light blue, and the sound is hum, hum, light blue at the base of the throat. Taking a breath in. Hum. Keeping your awareness at the base of your throat, the field of blue surrounding this chakra. And then shifting your awareness up to your third eye center, the space between your two eyebrows. The color is indigo, a purpley vibrant color. Anya chakra, and the sound is Om. Taking a breath in. Om. Keeping your awareness between the eyebrows. And then shifting your awareness to the crown of your head, right at the top of your head. Visualizing 1,000-petaled lotus flower sitting on the top of your head. The color is either violet or white, whichever comes more naturally to you. And the crown chakra is called the Sahasrara chakra. The sound associated with this energy space is ah, ah. Taking a breath in together. Ah. Noticing for a moment any effects of this chanting meditation on your physical body, your mind, and your energy. And then choosing whether to remain seated or lowering yourself down to lay on the floor on your back to start a physical practice. So depending on what your intention is for your practice and what you found during that meditation, you might stay seated but extend your legs and give yourself a shake, or come to lay down on your back. And we'll offer you variations depending on wherever you're seated, so no problem at all. We'll return to this meditation at the end of practice. So as you've come to lay down on the floor, make yourself completely comfortable. Make sure you're warm. As we lay down, our body temperature can drop. Check that your chin is tucked down so that your forehead is higher than your chin, keeping the neck in alignment. And make sure that your lower back feels okay if your legs are extending long on the mat. Otherwise, feel free to keep a bend in your knees, bringing a cushion or a bolster beneath them, or keeping your feet on the floor. We'll bring our hands back to heart center, reminding ourselves of the compassion and kindness we often have for others quite easily. Can we cultivate this sense of Maitri, friendliness and kindness toward ourselves? When you next breathe in, expanding your arms out to the side, making space for kindness to enter. And as you exhale, gathering that kindness and bringing it inward. Bringing your hands back to heart center. Inhaling to open up the body and mind to make space for loving kindness toward ourselves. And exhaling, gathering that kindness, bringing it back towards our heart space. Doing this 2 more times, matching the rhythm of the movement with the length of your breath. And then releasing your arms back down by your side, pausing for a moment. Noticing how things are feeling as we start to invite movement to the body. This time making sure there's space behind your head. We're going to extend the spine lengthways by inhaling, arms reaching back overhead, backs of the hands touching down towards the floor. And exhaling, lowering the arms back down. As you inhale and reach your arms up, feel the chest expanding, ribs opening, lungs filling with air. Exhaling, releasing back down. You may notice the curve of your back flattening down into the floor. 2 more times, feeling which of these options feels better. The arms extending out to the sides or the arms overhead. And then depending on what feels kinder to your body tonight, doing 1 more round, either arms overhead or out to the side, and keeping your arms either back behind you or out to the side for a few breaths. As you stay in this spinal extension, can you soften the backs of your shoulders, the neck, the upper back? Can you release the elbows so that the hands can gently drop down rather than straining? How can you continue to make this posture kinder for yourself? Taking the next few breaths to gently move out of this posture by releasing your hands back down beside you once again. Bringing your feet close together, long on the mat. When you next inhale, gently stepping the heels over to the left side of the mat, keeping your feet as close together as feels comfortable, both heels connecting to the floor. If you sense your buttock trying to lift off to give you that sense of moving to the side, come back a little. It may indicate that you've stretched a little too far. And then checking in with how this is feeling for your body. If you'd like to increase the sensation of stretch, inhale your arms overhead and then exhale them towards the same side as your feet. Trying to keep the elbows grounding down to the floor, so maybe bending the elbows, keeping the arms and hands closer to your head. Resting here for a few breaths. Noticing the sense of expansion along the right side of your body, all the way from fingertips to outer elbow, armpits, side waist, outer edges of your leg and foot. Noticing the side rib filling with kindness each time you breathe in, and releasing a little with each breath out. Making sure your breath can move freely. If it's feeling stuck, perhaps you've moved too far into this sidewards bend. If you've raised your arms up overhead, breathe in your arms back to center. Breathe out your hands down by your side. Breathe in, slowly step your heels back to center. And breathe out once you get to center, pausing to notice how the left and right sides of the body may feel different. Checking that you're moving in a way that's providing kindness and friendliness towards yourself, Mayatri. And then starting to gently inhale your feet over to the other side of your mat, the right side of your mat. Keeping both heels as close together as feels comfortable, toes pointing back towards your face. Resisting the urge to move into the deepest stretch straight up. Easing the body into it is much kinder and gentler. And then checking whether you'd like to inhale your hands up overhead and exhale them towards the right side of your mat, in the same direction as your feet. If you feel like one of your arms is lifting up in space, bend the arm quite generously and let the elbow drop down to the floor, even if it's very close to your ear. Don't want to bring in any strain to the neck and shoulders. The aim is to elongate and expand the side body. And this time, sensing that flowing breath moving along the left side body, all the way from the left outer fingers down the elbow and armpits, left lung, waist, hip, all the way down your left leg towards your left foot. As you stay for a few extra breaths, you may feel that there's space to gently move deeper into this curved position, this banana shape. So feel free to explore whether to take an extra few steps over to the right, or whether to be kind to yourself, it requires coming back towards the center. If your arms are overhead, inhaling them back to center first as you start to realign the spine, and then exhale them down towards your body to provide support. Inhale your heels back gently, gently to the middle of your mat. And exhale to feel the back body softening down into the floor. Pausing and noticing any sensations, particularly along the side body that you've just worked with. Welcoming every sensation just as it is. Kind awareness, friendly acceptance. And then bending your knees and placing your feet on the floor. Feet as close towards your buttocks as feels comfortable. Arms resting out to the side of the body. As you next take a breath in, feel the heart space expanding, making space for the new breath. As you exhale, lifting your left knee in towards your chest as you hold onto your kneecap with both hands. Inhale to extend the foot up towards the ceiling, arms reaching out to the sides or overhead. Exhaling, knee into chest, hands to knee. Inhaling, lifting the leg up, opening through the body. And exhaling, knee to chest, hands to knee. Doing this 2 more times, seeing if you can coordinate the reaching back of your arms and the extension of your foot with the breath in, and coordinate the movement back in towards your chest with your breath out. So your breath is always guiding how quickly or slowly you're moving. Making this your last round. Once your knee moves back in towards your chest, keeping your hands over your knee and gently circling your ankle in one direction, bringing some movement in to the ankle and foot, turning the other way now. And then grabbing behind your thigh or behind your knee, gently drawing circles with your foot as you rotate in small circles with your knee joint, very gently. One direction and then the other. And then lowering your foot down, allowing your hands to release, noticing if there's any sensations of pulsation or prana energy flowing through the leg that you just worked. And then most of us will pick up our right knee next, depends on which one you've just done. Repeating a few times on this side, exhaling to bring the knee in towards the chest, inhaling to extend the leg upwards towards the ceiling as arms reach open or back behind you. Gently moving in and out with your breath. Again, resisting the urge to move into a completely straight-legged lift at the start, warming your way up into the movements instead. Doing 2 more like this. You may be aware of some subtle differences between the left and right sides of your body. And after your second round, holding onto the knee close to the chest, allowing your breath to flow freely, bringing small circles into the ankle, one direction, and then the other. And then gently holding behind the thigh or knee, making circles with your knee so that your foot is drawing in the air, moving in both directions here as well. Lowering your foot back down, pausing to notice the sense of pulsation traveling up this leg. Then we're going to lift both knees in towards the chest as you exhale, hands to knees, knees to chest. Inhaling, both feet traveling up towards the ceiling as arms reach out. Exhaling, knees into chest, hands to knees. Doing a few more rounds like this. If it's feeling really tight behind your hamstrings or uncomfortable for your back, keep a bend in your knees as you reach your feet up towards the ceiling. There's no requirement for straight legs. And if it's causing too much discomfort or instability with your sacral bowl, return to doing one foot at a time. We're simply exploring how different shapes feel in our body this evening, how they might be affecting our mind. Keeping your knees into your chest the next time they reach there, this time widening your feet up as you inhale into a V shape. Bringing your knees back in and exploring with different widths of your legs. So you may start with your feet slightly apart and then gradually move your legs out further and further. Remembering the theme for tonight is Mayatri, kindness and friendliness toward ourselves. Taking the next few rounds to gently return to your knees in towards your chest, hugging your knees in tight and rocking side to side to side, releasing through the lower back, massaging the belly. Bringing your feet down to the floor when you feel ready. Interlacing your fingers in front of your belly like you're holding onto your own hand. And turning your palms out so you're looking at the backs of your hands. Keeping the hands down on your belly. As you breathe in, raising the hands up overhead while you press into the soles of your feet, allowing your knees to drop open. As you breathe out, lowering your hands down to your belly, bringing your knees back in together. Breathing in, widening the knees, allowing the arms to raise overhead. Breathing out, bringing your knees back, hands lower down. If this feels uncomfortable with your hands clasped, feel free to separate the hands and continue floating the arms up overhead as you widen your knees. And lowering your arms down as you bring your knees back together. The next time you land in the open position, remaining there, perhaps separating your arms so your elbows drop down to cactus arms, with your hands just slightly away from your ears, pushing into the soles of your feet to provide support for the inner legs. Allowing your breath to travel into the heart space. This open posture, inviting prana and energy into the seat of compassion, your heart center, Anahata chakra. You may like to visualize this green energy field surrounding your heart space as you rest in this posture. Feeling free to come out at any time if you feel discomfort. That includes lowering arms or bringing knees back. Inviting your mind to rest in Anahata chakra, the heart center. If you'd like to mentally chant the sound relating to this chakra, you can gently say yum in your mind or out loud each time you exhale. Yum, feeling the vibration of the sound in your heart space. Yum. 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 Then dropping your hands down to gently bring your knees back in towards one another. Feel free to windscreen wipe your legs left to right, perhaps widening your feet to the edges of the mat to make space for your knees to move in and out. And then coming to stillness over the course of the next few breaths. Your knees can stay bent with your feet on the floor, perhaps bringing your feet in a little closer towards one another if they're as wide as the mat, just to bring some release to your hips. Extending your right arm long like an aeroplane arm on the floor with your palm facing up. allowing the armpit to softly open, the tissues perhaps gently stretching. And imagine now that you're passing a plate over to somebody on your right, gently extending the fingertips out without moving the rest of your body. Feel that elongation along the right arm, the right armpit. Bringing your left hand to your heart center, feeling the warmth of your hand resting here. Taking a breath in, feeling the expansion beneath your hand. As you breathe out, gently sliding the fingertips of your left hand along your collarbones, down your arm towards your right hand. You may lift up your shoulder and slowly rotate your chest towards your right hand. As you inhale, reverse the movement, sliding your fingers up your arm towards your shoulder, across your collarbone, back to your heart center. Repeating as you exhale, imagining that you're softly sliding fingers down, closing the book of your two hands together. And then inhaling to slide open, rotating the chest back, resting your hand onto your heart space. Doing this 2 more times, self-soothing by gently touching your arm as you release up and down, returning to the seat of compassion. And the next time your left hand reaches your heart center, allow the fingers of your left hand to continue moving across to your left shoulder and open your left arm out wide on the mat. So both arms are widening out. Resting here for a few breaths. Releasing the right hand to your heart space now. As you imagine pushing gently a plate of food or a nice warm drink over to somebody sitting next to you on your left, extending through the fingertips, reaching out from the armpit, but not moving the body or tensing the neck. So fingertips are reaching long. Allow, especially the tissues around the armpit and collarbone, to soften each time you breathe out. Resting the arm completely down into the supportive floor. And then taking a deep breath in, feeling the heart space expanding as you send that kindness down your left arm, using your right hand to slide down towards your left hand. And repeating this rotation, gently soothing the body, bringing your hand back to heart center as you inhale. And then sending that kindness and friendliness down your arm towards your hand. Doing this 3 more times in your own breath rhythm. On the 3rd time, as your hand returns to your heart space, continue gliding the fingers along to the opposite shoulder, reaching both arms back out again. And pausing to notice how things are feeling around your collarbone, upper chest, armpits, and arms. And then bringing both hands back as you breathe out to your heart space. Reminding yourself of today's intention, Mayatri, friendliness and kindness toward oneself. The heart chakra, visualizing a green space of energy, expanding around the heart space each time you inhale, and exhaling that self-love around your body to where it needs to be most. Releasing your hands down by your side, slightly away from the body. Knees bent with feet on the floor. Keeping your feet close together and close to your buttocks. Breathe in to allow the arms to drop open if they aren't already there. And then breathe out to drop your knees to the left side of your mat. Breathe in to bring the knees back to center. And breathe out to allow the knees to drop down to the other side. Doing this one more time to each side. Gently rocking into a twist as you breathe out and bringing your knees back as you breathe in. When your knees return to center after your second round, lifting your knees up and hugging them in towards your chest, inviting that gentle rocking movement inwards and outwards if you like, or side to side. And then we'll explore what it feels like to twist with the knees lifted. So allowing the arms to drop open to the sides, palms facing down, about 45 degrees or 90 degrees from the body. With your knees lifted, breathe out to drop your knees down to the left. Breathe in to allow the knees to return to center. Breathe out, dropping your knees to the opposite side. Breathing into center, doing one more to each side, tuning into how this version feels for you this evening. Does it invite kindness? Or does the earlier version we did feel more nurturing for you? And then when your knees move back to center, choosing one of those versions that felt best for you tonight, moving into a twist to your left, resting there for 8 breaths. As you rest there, can you allow at least one of your legs to drop down to the floor, even if it means straightening your legs or moving the position of your feet, so that you've got the support of Mother Earth beneath you. As you breathe in, sense that expansion around the heart center. And as you breathe out, feel the back body sinking down into the floor, particularly the backs of your shoulders and the upper back. Make this posture nurturing rather than straining to introduce the twist into your spine. After up to 8 breaths, gently moving back to center. You may like to stay there for a while and realign your spine. If you've shifted your hips over to the left, and then breathe out to drop your knees down to the opposite side, making any adjustments you need to help the body release like ice cream on a hot summer's day, melting into the floor. Each inhale, expanding around your heart space, and each exhale, softening the back body down. Staying here for up to 8 breaths, noticing any of the wonderful asymmetries our body presents to us this evening, any subtle differences between left and right. When you're ready to move back, do so very gently, perhaps moving one leg at a time, realigning your spine, and then if it's comfortable for you, reaching the back of your thighs, bending your knees in towards your armpits, taking happy baby, rocking side to side. Feet can be reaching up towards the ceiling, rotating through the length of your spine. And then gently slowing that rocking down, allowing the legs to release Moving into a comfortable supine position, laying on your back for a relaxation practice before I invite you into the starting meditation that we did. So if you would like to get any props to make yourself comfortable and warm, I'll invite you into a physical relaxation practice before moving back into the same meditation we did at the start. Excuse me. As you prepare for relaxation, check that you don't need to adjust your body in any way. So perhaps adjusting clothes or making sure the blanket's completely covering you or moving your hair tie out of your way. Any of these minor adjustments can help you to fully focus on relaxing your body once we start the practice. Spending these first few moments allowing your body to release gently into the support that you're resting on. Becoming aware of the sounds within you and around you. Allowing your mind to wander spontaneously among these sounds. Noting whether they're occurring internally within your body or externally. Attempt to observe these sounds without becoming overly involved with them. Now allow the sounds to drop into the background as you become aware of your body and where it makes contact with the surface that you are resting on. Be aware of all the sensations you perceive. Simply observe and be aware of these sensations without naming or judging them. Allow the sound of my voice to guide you moving around your body. As a body part is named, be aware of sensation that is present without trying to change or enhance the sensation in any way. Rotate your attention around the body, beginning with the mouth, ears, nose, eyes, forehead, crown of your head, back of the head, back of the neck, throat, shoulders, arms, hands, throat again, upper chest, upper back, abdomen, middle chest, middle back, lower back, pelvis, hips, legs, and feet. Sense the entire body fully supported by the surface you are resting on. Warm and at ease. Simply sensing without thinking. Mind calm and quiet. Serene and still. Inwardly quiet and at ease. Be aware of your body breathing itself and the natural movement of your breath as it flows in and out of the body. Chest and belly moving with each breath, its own rhythm. Be aware of simply being. Note passing sensations, feelings, thoughts, and images. Sense how you are aware of them, witnessing without judging, observing without analyzing, noticing without thinking, simply being as you are in this present moment. Continue for the next few moments, experiencing everything just as it is, staying present to each moment as it arises. Allow each sensation, emotion, or thought to bring you to awareness. Rest in this field of awareness. Releasing the focus of observing physical sensations. Gently bringing your attention back towards my voice. I'll guide you back into the opening meditation. Feel free to remain laying down. If you would like to bring some alertness back into your body and mind, you might like to come up into a seated position for this final practice, just like we did at the start. If you'd like to continue resting and relaxing, please stay laying on the floor. We'll move through the chakras by focusing on the area where they reside, the color that's associated with the chakras, and the sound, either silently repeating the sound in your own head or listening to me as I chant the words, or else chanting out loud. And this time we'll start from the crown chakra. So we'll start from the top of the head and work our way down to the base chakra. And we're going to repeat the sound for each chakra 3 times. So we'll take the breath in, and then with the breath out, we'll chant 3 times the sound. And taking your awareness to the crown of your head to begin. The crown chakra, known as Sahasrara chakra. The color associated with this chakra is either violet or white, a radiant white light. And often there's an image of a 1,000-petaled lotus sitting on top of the crown chakra. The sound here is ah. Your choice whether to chant or simply listen. So keeping your awareness in this space of your body, taking a breath in together. Ah, ah, ah. Resting your awareness at the crown chakra. Dropping your attention down to the third eye chakra between the eyebrows, Agnya chakra, Agnya. The color is indigo, a vibrant purple color. And the sound is Om. Breathing in. Om. 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 Pausing for a moment after the chant, continuing to focus on this space within your body. And then lowering your attention to the base of your throat, Vishuddha chakra. Color is blue. And the sound is hum. Throat chakra, blue color, hum. Breathing in. Hum. 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 Enjoying the residue of the sound and the sensation at the throat. And dropping your awareness into your heart space, Anahata chakra. The color is green. The sound is yum. Breathing in together. Yum. 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 Dropping your awareness to Manipura chakra, above the belly button, below the lower ribs. The color is yellow and the sound is rum. Breathing in. Rum. 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 The next energy center lies just beneath the navel, the sacral chakra, Swadhisthana chakra. The color is orange and the sound is Vam. Vam. Taking a breath in. Vam. 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 Our base chakra, Muladhara chakra, located around the region of the pelvic floor. The color is red and the sound is lum, lum. Breathing in, la, la, la. Noticing any sensations that are present, the state of your mind, energy, and breath. Bringing your awareness back into your physical body as you invite movement back in to gently awaken yourself. Stretching the body, deepening the breath. Preparing to finish your practice. You might like to stay laying down or gently bring yourself up to seated, inviting your naturally alert and awake state back in. Hands might come to rest together at heart center, reflecting on your practice with the focus of Mayatri, an attitude of kindness and friendliness toward ourselves, sending yourself gratitude for gifting yourself this time and space, giving yourself this opportunity for self-exploration. Thank you for joining me tonight. I wish you a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next week. Namaste. Feel free to unmute and have a chat. I'll just stop the recording now.